Hello, I hope you're doing well today. My name is Josh and I'm with CourtReserve, and this video is going to go over different transaction reports that we have in CourtReserve. If you have any questions on this, please feel free to reach out to our live chat. That's going to be the screen icon in the top right corner. So if we go over to transactions on the sidebar, the first report we have is the transaction list. This is going to be a report where you can pull up really any transaction, any fee, any payment, any refund that is in your organization. And we can filter this by start date and end date of when the fee was generated, or we can filter by when the reservation date itself was. So if a member books a reservation a week before the reservation date, the fee will be generated a week before. So that would be the case where we may want to use different filters. If we're looking for when the fee was generated, we'll want to use the start date and the end date. If we're going to be filtering by the reservation date itself, we'll want to use the reservation date filters. We can also filter by transaction types, payment types. So maybe we only want to see refunds, maybe we only want to see payments. We'll be able to filter by that and also by different payment types. If we want to only show paid transactions, show only unpaid transactions, or show partially paid fees, we'll be able to select that all here. And then we can also filter by reservations, lessons that were booked for a certain instructor, or events. In that case, we can filter by a specific family or a specific individual member. And we can also filter by reservation types, clinic categories, memberships, and revenue categories. This report is going to be a way that you can pull up any transactions that are in your organization. The next two that we have are the sales summary and the payment summary. This is going to be a way for you to get a total dollar amount from your organization for a specific time period. The difference between the sales summary and the payment summary is the sales summary total amount is going to have to do with the dollar amount in fees that were created. So not necessarily fees that have been paid yet, but how much the dollar amount is for the amount of fees that were generated in your organization. The payment summary is going to have to do with fees that have already been paid. So if you're looking for revenue that your organization has already received, you would want to use the payment summary if you're trying to find that amount there. And then the next report we have is the end of day report. We also have an aged fee report. This is just going to show some aged fees that are in your organization. It'll show you the members account, and then it will show you how old these fees are and then how much those aged fees cost in the members balance. But if we go to the end of day report, this will give us a way to see some total revenue from your organization for a certain day. By default, it's always going to choose the current day as the payment start date and the end date. But this would just be a way to get a daily report on how much revenue your organization is getting. We also have a daily revenue report here as well that's going to show you the total revenue for each day in a month here. So we can filter by month and see the total revenue that your organization was getting on a daily basis. But the next one we'll take a look at is the sales tax summary. So this is going to be part of that sales summary report that we have. But if we go to the output type, there's a few different outputs that we can choose. We have the summary, we have the detail output type, we have the revenue category, and then we also have the sales tax output type. So if we run this report, we're going to be able to see some different information related on gross sales, net sales, total tax amount that was collected. Any different tax rates that you have will show up here as well. And then we'll also be able to see some exempt sales and some taxable sales broken down by different categories over here. So we'll be able to break it down by clinics, by reservations. If you are using the point of sale add-on, that will be a category, memberships, and then also some miscellaneous fees here. So this report, when choosing the sales tax output, is all going to be related to taxes, but we can also do the summary. We can also do the detail one. So let me put the start date back a little earlier here. So here's going to be a detailed report. We'll be able to see fees broken down by the member level, or we can do a summary if we're just looking for total amounts by certain categories. And then with the revenue categories, this is just going to be broken down by the different revenue categories that you have in your organization. And then any fees that are unassigned to a revenue category will be under the unassigned section right here. So I hope that helps. If you have any additional questions on that, again, you can reach out over to live chat. That's going to be this green icon in the top right corner. All right. Hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.